right. Yeah. YouTube doing his usual thing, tripping. All right, my bad about that. I'm still not seeing any comments, but hey, is what it is. But anyway, I get back into talking about the game. Heroes of the game. Brian Branch is definitely one of them. Played a hell of a game. Sideline to sideline, clutch pass breakups, great tackles. Uh, so hats off to him. Carlton Davis with two big interceptions in the third quarter. Offense didn't capitalize off of at least one of them. I don't know if we got points off the second one. Um, but either way it go, needed both of those. That second interception, it was down near the red zone. That definitely took points off the board for them. Left them at 23 points, allowed us to go ahead and claw our way back. So hats off to him. I feel like the defensive line played a great game. Wasn't giving up any rushing yards. It was at one point. Let me see what his actual numbers are. But at one point, Joe Mixon was 21 carries for 34 yards. He ends with 25 carries for 46 yards, a 1.8 average, one touchdown, that first touchdown. But defensive line, back to form. We talked about it on the podcast this week that we felt like the biggest evidence or where we missed Aiden Hutchinson the most was in our run defense. We have been getting gashed. And then in this game, we completely shut down Joe Mixon when he had been on a tear. So hats off to them. CJ Stroud ended 19 of 33 for 232 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions. I think at one point in the game, he was pretty much at 80% passing. The second half was pretty much the tale of two halves. First half, I won't even say that necessarily because I thought the defense played well in the first half. The offense just kept putting us in terrible positions. Like there's no way around it. Anytime they started, they 3 out of their first 4 drives was in our territory, almost in the red zone. They didn't have to go far. Uh, so I put all of that on Jared Goff. I think we would be talking about this game completely different had we lost because he played terrible. I saw someone make a comment. This is how funny people are. They're like, Jared Goff, did your wife or your fiance cheat on you? Like, what the hell is going on, my boy? Like, it's just like your mind is not on the game. Clearly, it's somewhere else. Like something has to be going on. I haven't seen Jared Goff play that bad. Probably not ever. But it was reminiscent of his first year here when we were 0-9, 0-10, and he looked terrible, but we didn't have any receiver weapons, uh, no real running backs. I mean, I won't say that. Technically, DeAndre Swift was still here, but the team wasn't clicking. We looked terrible, and he looked bad on a bad team. Uh, but today, when we have all of our offensive weapons available, the only thing that was different was you got Dan Skipper starting over there at left tackle, and he was getting whooped a little bit. Panay Sewell gave up a sack early, but I think at the end of the day, Jared Goff just looked bad. It was plays where it was people that was open enough, where he would usually hit them, put it right on them, and he putting the ball in the dirt, missing them. I'm not sure what was going on. I don't think anyone will be. I think everything will be guesses. But yeah, he didn't have a great game. Played a terrible game. He played like that in any of our playoff games when we have no excuses. Like the whole offense pretty much was healthy. Missing one offensive lineman. Yeah, he played like that. We're probably going to go home. Texans scored 0 points in that second half. I do believe. Um, Yeah, this don't even show it. Yeah, 0 points in the second half. You gotta at least bank on most playoff teams being able to get at least a field goal there. Shout out to Jake Bates. He's from the Houston area. Two big field goals. I think both of them was 58 yarders. Uh, both of them barely made it in there. I'm not sure about y'all, but it definitely had me leaning my head one way, like go ahead and make it into that upright. But they got in there. That final one was like, all right, let's go ahead and close it out. Coaching staff showed great confidence in them. They didn't even try to score. They got good enough yardage to make sure it's under a 60-yarder or somewhere around 60 yards, and went ahead and let them kick. Uh, this is the kind of confidence in a kicker that Dan Campbell hasn't had, I don't believe, in his tenure here. Who was our kicker at the end of last year? I feel like we had so many. Was it Riley Patterson? Yeah, I'll circle back on that when we actually do the podcast episode this week. But my point in that was I felt like he had good accuracy, but not a strong leg. Like he wasn't going to blow you away with his kick power. Now, Jake Bates has a very strong leg. His accuracy has been a little bit off. Like it's been a couple times where he didn't have to squeak something in there, especially today. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. As long as he make it, as long as we win, like we'll take it. There's no room really to be critical when he didn't miss. Uh, he ended up making them. So shout outs to him. What else do I have on this game? I can't speak glowingly enough about the defense. The defense absolutely kept us in this game 100%. Uh, yeah, from the back end to the front end, I would have liked to have seen more picks from Kirby and Branch. just just selfishly. Where you at, Kirby Joseph? Register stats. Yeah, just one tackle and one assisted tackle. So a little bit out of the action. I felt like the Texans' offense came out with a great game plan as far as their passing attack go. For the most part, they were looking for a lot of quick outs, um, attackers at the perimeter as opposed to on the interior. And I mean, it was effective enough. It wasn't like we were just completely getting killed because the defense did play well in the first half. It's just how well do you expect them to play when the offense is pretty much letting the other team start their drive in the red zone. So I think Ben Johnson and Jared Goff need to look at this game and evaluate how D'Amico Ryan and his defense attacked them, because whatever it did threw Jared Goff completely off. I don't know if somebody whispered something in his ear. He got threatened before the game. Like something was off. But we got the dub, got out of H-Town. Uh, like I said, hats off to the defense. Hats off to the running backs. Running backs, it was a lot of hard yards today. Like from the outside looking, watching the games, it can't really say like it wasn't the running backs. Like I don't think they did anything different. I don't think their vision was any different. I don't think their cuts was any different. I just felt like that defense really keyed in on trying to stop the run. Even with them doing that, we greatly outrushed them in the first half. We performed better running the ball than they did, and even though both defenses was doing very well with stopping the run, so it came down to the quarterbacks in that first half, in the game period, really. Um, and ours didn't show up to play to start the game. He had been on a streak where every game he had started going at least 10 of 10, 12 of 12. He got that out the way immediately. His very first pass this game, he put it in the dirt. There was no way we were going to be talking about him starting the game again, going 12 for 12. And then immediately after that, he throws, Petrie tips his pass at the line and it gets picked off. So there goes his interception streak. So I won't hold y'all too much longer because YouTube is acting up. I got no comments from the live audience who's watching. I really wanted to go live to interact with my fellow Lions fans. One Pride, Just Win Baby, uh, fan base, viewers rather, and chop it up on this game because everybody in their fields is a great game, great energy. I know everyone was hyped. Everyone was hyped that we managed to go ahead and pull that one off. But yeah, next week, get back to the drawing board. Um, Zadarius Smith should be making his debut. Hopefully, Taylor Decker's shoulder or whatever's going on there is good to go, and we get back to winning football. I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. I'll holler at y'all soon. Y'all know what it is. Just win, baby.